And welcome back. For years, Zaki Hanegbi has played important roles in Israel's government and been a close ally of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He knows the importance of the Golan Heights better than anyone, and he joined us there recently to tell us why this region is so crucial to Israel's security and history. Take a look. Well, Minister Hanegbi, thanks so much for joining us here on the beautiful Golan Heights.
Well, it's not only a holy land, it's also a gorgeous land.
It truly is.
This is one of the most beautiful places in Israel, for me, in the world.
Yeah, just look at this place, Minister. And the Jewish people have a presence in the Golan Heights going back thousands of years. Tell us about the Jewish presence here and the attachment to the Golan Heights.
More than 3,000 years. And this is where our roots, our heritage, our prophets, our kings, our prayers, everything that we owe our Jewish life to is coming from many, many places in the Jewish land, but this is one of them. One of the most important places. You can find here, I would say, 24 synagogues, and we dig in, try to bring our history back to life.
Yeah, it's amazing to see. This was part of the Promised Land and still part of Israel today. Of course, President Trump, the U.S. President, March 2019, recognized Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights. Tell us why that was so important.
Well, it was one of the happiest days of my life. I'm connected to the Golan Heights. This is where I first was introduced to a girl from Florida, now my wife. It happened here in the Golan Heights.
Wow.
And, but not on a personal level, but on a national level, this was a very glorious day, because for the first time, the leader of the superpower in the world realizes how crucial the Golan Heights is for the very existence of the Jewish state, and recognized it and made it a part of our reality.
It's a mountainous region, the Golan. It borders Syria, one of the most chaotic places on earth. But when you have the Golan from a security perspective, it seems that you have the high ground, right? You think of the 1967, 1973 battles that were fought up here between Israel and Syria. Controlling the Golan just seems like a strategic benefit for Israel.
Yes, it's a necessity. It's a crucial strategic advantage over enemies that are still we share our demise. And you mentioned the 1973 war, the Yom Kippur War. 177 Israeli tanks were able to challenge 1,500 Syrian tanks, and were able to hold them for several days till we brought all our army in and won this war. And this is only because of the geography, the topography, and of course the Israeli spirit. You know, they say in the Bible, Prophet Jeremiah quoted the Lord saying that out of the north an evil shall break forth upon all the inhabitants of the land. And this is not only a virtual prophecy, this is our strategic reality. The enemies that wish our disappearance will come from the north. So we have to stay here, hold on to this land, and make sure that if it happens, if we won't be able to deter them, we will be able to win over them. Around 200 times already in the last 3 years, we attacked Iranian infrastructure, military infrastructure in Syria, because we are not going to allow them to entrench militarily.
Now let's talk about industry here and economics in the Golan Heights. How important is it for Israel to build up this region?
I'm proud to be a part of an Israeli government that is committed not only to hold on to the Golan, but to make sure it becomes inevitable part of the life in Israel. Agriculture, industry, tourism, winery. There's so many opportunities, and we need to invest money here to bring more and more people to settle in, to bring their children in, and this is our commitment. First of all, I would love to be here because I love to ski, and that's the only place in Israel where you have a ski resort on the mountain Hermon. And not only the ski, there are beautiful waterfalls, there are amazing wineries that you just enjoy smelling, and I can't even describe how beautiful this area is.
Thanks again to Minister Zaki Hanegbi for joining us. Well, coming up after the break, the world has a severe protein shortage, and one Israeli company has a unique way to solve this problem: grasshoppers. You will not want to miss this, folks, after the break as I expand my palate. See what I mean? Coming up.